So I'm going to bifurcate that a little bit here when we think about sort of our market rate portfolio, and then we have our early stage venture portfolio, or our PRI portfolio, whatever, term you want to use for that. I try to like move out of the terminology in the impact investing space. It's so deep. So, call me out if any of these aren't, making sense. But on our direct side, we have a sort of a vintage 2012 portfolio. So we've been making direct investments in early stage venture entrepreneur companies since 2012. We've made over 80 investments. So it's a rather big portfolio. At this point, about over 70 are still active, which is, as you can imagine, like, pretty shocking in that kind of portfolio. And that side of the house takes really deep expertise, as you can imagine. That takes folks who we have a pretty big investment team. And so from on the sourcing side to the diligence and then our investment committee. And maybe what I'll do, if it's helpful, is maybe just sort of talk about how we structure that portfolio, or what we look for.
Yeah,
and then that kind of leads to our team's expertise. So with respect to entrepreneurs who we back for investment, we look for a demonstrated focus on designing a product as service for the low income segment that we hope to reach, and a sales adoption strategy that reflects an understanding of that market segment. So while we love to see lived personal or professional experience with the challenge that an entrepreneur is building to solve, we're also happy to back founders who might lack that, but bring relevant technical expertise, and are humble in their approach. Ultimately, we're looking for founders whose business models are directly oriented to serving low income end users, and not business models where low income end users are an aspirational market expansion opportunity. So building an early stage venture is incredibly challenging, as I'm sure everyone on this call knows so well. And building an early stage venture that is focused on an underserved population as a target segment is even harder for a variety of reasons. So we look for founders who are deeply passionate about solving a challenge for underserved groups and have the demonstrated grit and experience to stay to that purpose.